Hey, you guys, this is Brenda from the Goddess Complex LLC here. Happy Thursday. Today is June 7th, 2023. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I do have honey calcite energy from the Crystal Wave over here on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, follow me and also the Crystal Wave. This is not a sponsor or collaboration video, but this is the current feature I am playing from their video collection. A honey calcite energy. Honey calcite honey is going to be very significant for this summer. I purchased a actual bottle of honey lately, and it's very beautiful in color. So this year and definitely next year, you're going to see a change in honey. Of course, the bees, of course, are on the endangered species list frequently, and hopefully they're recovering just fine. I do feel like they are going to be regenerated. They're going to be regenerated and also reduplicated and more enhanced. So as the vibrations of the earth change, so will the vibration of the bees and also other plants and things that are actually reproducing, including the human species. It's not just the mammal species or any other species of the different kingdoms on Earth and beyond. Also, things like honey, plants, flowers, produce, vegetables, different types of fruit and different grains and the granulants and things that are naturally grown in saps. I also include things made by the bees and other critlins and creatures that help us function in the earth. Honey, very significant at this time. I'm very drawn to the honey calcite energy crystal that is placed on the screen. So go to the crystal wave, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell them, add them, and mention them that the Goddess Complex LLC sent you. Make sure you add me in the comment section. Also here. So we're going to talk about Joe Biden's drugs in the White House. And I saw this. I've been saying it. I've been trying not to pay too much attention to the tomfoolery because it's just that it's tomfoolery. But just to mention, a lot of things have been going on, especially within the White House for the last couple years, especially since Joe Biden decided to run for president, actually, against Hillary Clinton and people like, of course, Donald Trump was the president at that time. Um, what's going on with the White House? It's kind of weird. I seen this little news flash a couple days ago, or a couple hours ago, rather, and I saw it again over on Instagram. If you're not following us on Instagram, please follow. There was drugs found in the White House, and they were undetectable of who placed them there. I destroy. Of course, we've been talking about this on and off for years. And it's a plot to destroy Joe Biden's era of presidency, similar to what they do to all Democratic presidents. Some of the Republican presidents, of course, they have people on staff and things of that nature that kind of, threw a wrench in it, and that's just politics for you. Um, But Joe Biden's administration is a little different because of the CERN portal, because of a lot of the illegal hackings and hijacking, global terrorism that goes undetected to us, but is detected within the political and, of course, the justice system and different things of that nature. I feel like they are attacking him simply because he is one of the many presidents, just like Barack Obama when he was actually VP. Also, just like Bill Clinton and Al Gore and several other presidents before them. It's a significant change in the universe. There's a significant change in the way the world is being handled. I think he's doing a damn great job. Just like Barack, they had a hell of a fight with the Senate and different things of that nature, and Congress and different things of that nature to even get a lot of laws passed. It took Barack his third year, really to see the push results to be, which he ended up doing a great job. Of course, when Trump took office, they tried to peel everything back and take it away. What I hate about this is a ploy to destroy Joe Biden's image as president to keep him from running the next term, simply because, as predicted by Notre Dame and several other divine uh, high priestess, prophetess, and other psychics and mediums, that Joe Biden's actual presidency is very significant because it is changing the world as that particular president is succeeding. It's you have it's leader of the free world. Our freedom is literally at stake, especially with the CERN portal and them trying to bring back the Nazi World War II experiments and several other plots against America, Africa, Asia, Indonesia, South America, Canada, Alaska, and several places like Saudi Arabia and other islands like Jamaica and Haiti and several other additional places, including the island of Hawaii and several other places attached to the United States. With the global change, of course, we have also the interdimensional meeting of the astral planes as we're going through them as we speak. We've been going through them for the last since 2020. These people have pretty much had a ploy to destroy the Democratic president, to put an atheist or non-radical, non-free thinking president, which wouldn't be a leader type of person, but they're trying to put that particular person in office. So we have to be very cautious and very kind to each other on reminding us to give a fuck about the world around us, because when we don't, we end up getting a fucked up president that um, really shits on us a lot, and it really turns us down. And there's more work we have to end up doing after that particular president steps down from presidency. Joe Biden has done a great job, like I said, just like his predecessor Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, and things of that nature. This can be reminded as I think Barack and Joe Biden's era of presidency as president VP, but also when just if they're here or also when Joe Biden and also no when Clinton and Al Gore first ran for president, and also not as toxic and hectic as what's his name? Can't remember his name right now. There's several other different presidencies. If I can remember, I'll put it in Carson Coffee this weekend. Um, when I tell you there's an agenda to really destroy him. He is a man of God. He is a Democratic president. He is one of the leaders. We saw that actually with him and Barack, how well they work together. Hopefully, in the future, we will see them again in some form of way work together, or at least him and Hillary, him and someone of that nature. Because of course, you have to be a certain 50 years old and plus. A lot of our politicians are retiring; they're stepping down. And I really encourage people to really, especially people my age of 35, to run for presidency. You just never know the outcome, but we need to start giving a fuck and look at the long term care of the United States and also the world around us with international trade, and also combating the terrorist plot that has pretty much hit America. Of course, we had an alleged attacking not too long ago. I've been investigating along with other people. Of course, we've been seeing sightings of different things of that nature, and also, which is a great thing, we had on the greater side, we had our defense mechanisms and also security set up to where we can combat them locally, which is domestically. Our Justice Department, sheriff, and also police department, and local government officials and politicians to talk about a lot of these issues, but also globally and domestically here in the United States. Um, there was a plot to destroy America and things of that nature simply because we have a certain type of president. Same thing with Barack, same thing with Clinton, same thing with Al Gore and Clinton, things of that nature. There was a actual terrorist plot on America. One started with the cybernetic portals called the CERN portal, which attacked everything from the White House all the way over the prime ministers of Europe and Africa and Asia and different parts of all over the different continents and things of that nature, all the way to India and all over, all over everywhere. What ended up happening, thank God, due to our great UN and different things of that nature. I know a lot of people don't trust the government. I'm still a conspiracy theorist with a lot of different issues, but I do see the change in the world that I want to see. There's major changes. I see the word throne. So different people are getting ready to take authority seats and things of that nature when it comes to prime ministers and also presidents. You know, also we have a lot of coming to age stories. But back to this news story, back to this particular news story. It's crazy. You want to laugh at it because how would drugs get in the White House? But there is, just a secret. Um, basically, drugs were planted. I feel like these drugs were planted. It's not something. There's no possible way for you to get cocaine in there unless you're shoving it up, an orifice of yours that you sit on. There's no, or you're, an orifice that makes you, a woman or whatever. So there's no way possible that you're gonna have drugs in the White House. Um, there's no way possible as detailed as his staff is. They're doing anything right now at this point to try to tear him down and make him less than or whatever this may be. Well, there's been an attack on Joe Biden for a long time, even before he ran. It started when he ran with Obama. Also, it could have started when he was a senator, leading up to the Obama Biden first campaign president run. And I feel like they kind of course, they targeted Barack till his hair turned gray, and it's so unfair. But a lot of these presidents, you all do not know, get attacked just like certain people who get community stalk, which is a terroristic charge. Also, the presidents, all the politicians, major figures on social media, Hollywood, you name it, any type of influencer, um, several other additional people from every arena of sports, you name it, even everyday civilians, teachers, doctors, lawyers were affected by the Stanford, which is a facility that was making cloning animals and we know cloning allegedly human uh, test subjects and things of that nature. Of course, this has been a lot we thought was myth and other additional things, but actually were we stated as true because a lot of people have spoken about it over the years. Definitely since my investigation, 10 years into it's been actually more than 10 years. I know my family was gang stalked since I was before I was born in 1988. And I just found that information out not too long ago. So when you look at your presidents and your prime minister, just know the government is changing, but it's up to us to enforce that on them uh, with kindness and professionalism, but also with brute force as needed. And sometimes it takes a, what? I feel like, it doesn't take that with this administration. And I do feel like a lot of the corrupted politicians and leaders of the are stepping down or dying out or retiring. They're bowing out. And I feel like God in the universe is like push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, and push. I have to do this motion. Push it, push it, sweep it, sweep it, sweep it, sweep it off. A lot of different things when it comes to a lot of people leaving, a lot of corruption, a lot of negative. I know it's been kind of smooth here. Of course, we still have a murder rate. Crimes still happen, but not as harsh of an energy. Of course, we know the devil, Lucifer, Satan. If you've been on the astral plane, you've been affected by the sun portal. You do know battling the devil, Satan, Lucifer, the fallen ones, and several entities and beings that were being commanded from the Church of Satan, the Vatican, the Luciferian Church, and also several demonic worshiping covens and cults. Some have been around forever. Of course, that includes the Rising Phoenix, Golden Dawn, Skull and Bones, Masons, Secret Society, Cabal and Boule, and several other different things. Of course, there's some alleged connections to a lot of the other different stuff. But the truth, the full truth, and 100% of the truth will come out very soon. So what's going to end up happening? what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up seeing the absolute truth very soon. Hopefully, we're not going after the president because he was one of the people targeted in a lot of this hacking. Everything from the TSA officers, the FBI, and things of the nature were also targeted as well. Um, like I said, I'm still a bit of a conspiracy person when it comes to to certain things. But I definitely feel like he's being attacked simply because he is a man of God, one of the sons of God, just like Barack was just attacked and Clinton and several and Al Gore and several other people. Um, Even Bush when it came to certain things. Um, you're going to see the change we put into the world. And I feel like this current generation of children and teenagers and young adults, even elders, are starting to change their perspective on the world around us. I know a lot of our elders are still stuck in, oh, this world is bad, the world is this, world is. I feel like the world is good, and people choose to do bad things. But when it comes to Biden, I feel like this drug, all this stuff, don't pay attention to the major detail. I really laugh at it because it is to attack him as he's leaving office or getting ready to start his second term as president. He took office in 2020 during the pandemic. I do feel like they're trying to stop him from something of it's a particular event. I don't see war right now. I don't see war right now. I don't see war. I don't feel it. I don't sense it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I don't sense it. I don't feel it. But I do feel like they're trying to ignite something that could create a war or some type of biological threat similar to the COVID virus, which is also set off by these people as well from the CERN facility, and also the cults of this church, say Luciferian church, and several demonic, devil worshiping, occult based evil organization crime groups. And we can't forget the surveillance crime groups that have been targeting African American and minority women and men, also Caucasian American women and men, especially low income. And certain ones are from, and then the other ones are from the richer side of the neighborhoods, from Hollywood and several other places where they're trying to extort for money. But back to Joe Biden, I feel like this story is kind of funny once in a while. And it's like a Rick and Morty episode waiting to happen, if that makes sense. And I do feel like we're going to see. I'm hoping that he does run again because the next president could really mess some things up. And I feel like these evildoers are trying to put. I mean, that maybe that's the conspiracy person in me. Are trying to put somebody in place just to mess up everything because they tried to do that with Trump's administration, which are now in trouble. Um, and he has to turn himself in and stuff like that. So we have additional things as well. But like I said, even with the Trump situation, we're going to see the truth in that. There's so many things that go on behind the scenes when it comes to politics that it's kind of it's almost like not the Reagan era. What is his name? I cannot call his name right now. I cannot. And that's crazy because he's in Futurama. He's in Futurama. So you have all these additional things. Just to wrap up my last little thoughts about it, I feel like don't pay attention directly to this. Does Joe Biden look like a crackhead to you or anybody on his staff? You know, most likely it has to be somebody, maybe B line, C line, D line. But look at the fine details. What's going on? While this news story is, that's why nobody's really just, damn, just like, oh my God, they found this and this. That is, I feel like somebody planted that there. They're going to do anything to make him look bad, just like they did him and Barack previously in his last term as VP. You're going to see even additional things, even if he chooses not to run for presidency again for this next term, you may see him maybe hopefully again. Um, He's 70 something years old. I hope that he runs again, and it would be nice. 'Cause I don't think we can have another 4 year gap here with a president that's not as experienced. So we're gonna just clear the air. You have to think about what's going on around him that now all of a sudden this news flash or what event or reveal is getting ready to happen. And as we're leading up to all this different stuff, of course, a lot of this issue started with the reparations for the African American people and Black people of America and beyond. All that's getting ready to happen. I know you guys have heard the conspiracies for years and all this different stuff. People are plotting to steal allegedly the United States tax dollar. They're trying to change their currency. They're trying to steal the gold. They're trying to just really do a lot of different things just to take wealth in the shield that God has over America and Africa. Just it's different things because a lot of places are saying like this is a piece of the motherland. We were all one continent until the ocean, corroded and Oasis started and of course, corrosion set in and we separated, and the mountains were formed and all these other different things were formed. Um, what I just want you to take away, pay attention to the big details and not the news flash. What's significant about Joe Biden and his whole administration, past and present, and going forward with him and Camilla um, currently in seat? Like, what is it? And I just feel like people are trying to deface America to make us look like we're trash, or like we're poor, and turn us into a third world country, which we are not. We're actually going to be the wealthiest country with Africa and Asia and India and Europe and everything else. Every continent is going to have its wealth, less debt to no debt. And I do feel like there's wealth here in America for to eliminate and destroy the low income capitalistic bracket when it comes to the human population here, and also the workforce. I feel like there's enough to go beyond middle class, blue collar or white collar middle class. I feel like there's going to be so much wealth here that we won't technically have. We can abolish, low income and homelessness. I have not seen a homeless person, honey, for the last probably 6 months or so, going on probably I don't know 6 to 8 months. I've not seen a lot of homeless. I know here in Memphis, they're tackling a lot of different homeless problems and issues and things of that nature. And I love how so far the flow of everything. I know it's very stressful, but pay attention to the big detail and not the news flash. Common sense will tell you they're going to find who planted that. They just wanted to make some type of headline. Oh, they found drugs in the White House. Oh my God, what distraction is going on? There's something coming. There's something that's here right now that's forming, and it's like growing and developing as we speak. By the end of this year, I feel like there's going to be a big reveal of truth that's going to happen, and we're going to be able to witness that. So this has been Brittany from the Goddess Complex LLC. This has been breaking news. Drugs in the White House. Joe Biden, the agenda to take down, to tarnish presidency, and all his hard work. Of course, like I said, Barack been through this, Clinton, Gore, even Trump. The good side of Trump was Trump's administration. I got to give him props, like I did in 2021, I think. Especially with the business side, because this is dealing with economics to make America this third world country, and we're not. We're not. So, um, thank you for watching today's episode. America is not selling their soul, honey, to be this, and this. I want to say that now. Um, so thank you guys for watching today's episode of Breaking News. This has been Brittany from the Goddess Complex LLC. Make sure you follow us on all social media, of course, here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and several other places like Twitter and Snapchat. And I will see you guys in the next Breaking News video. Peace and love.